Welcome to Yap's Money Life Show. Thank you again for your support and your interest to this program. Now, recently a new client just engaged our service, and then he said to me that it has been about 9 years since global financial crisis happening in the year 2008. So his prediction, his gut feeling is that crisis in stock market may happen anytime. He may be right, because according to most economic cycle, crisis may happen every 7, 8 or 9 years. No? So that's why his investment strategy that he has in mind is to sell all his existing investment, whether those investments is in property or in equity or in unit trust, and turn all into cash and wait. Okay, so the idea is that when the stock market actually crash, then he may have the opportunity to buy all these blue chip stocks at 50% discount, and that will be the opportunity of a lifetime. So some of you may have the same view. So now I want to share with you what do I think about this. I have got 2 points to share here. The first point is that I do not deny that crisis in stock market can happen anytime. However, my second point is that this is not the first time I hear about all this kind of theory, this kind of strategy. Because past 5 years, or as early as 5 years ago, I already heard some of my clients, some of the investors, some even fund manager has got such a view and such a strategy. So when they apply such a strategy, majority of their asset, okay, instead of being invested, are put into the bank and earning 3% only for this period of time. So unfortunately, the crash is still not here. The crisis is still not here. So what happened is that they have missed the opportunity to grow their money for the past 5 years. For your information, some good investors have been making easily 50 to 100% asset growth for the past 5 years. Instead of being overly cautious and miss all this opportunity, I would suggest a new strategy. This strategy is named Move Forward with Caution. Okay? There are 3 main points to follow under this strategy. The first one is to make sure that you provide sufficient cash reserve for any emergency needs. Okay? Number 2 is to invest into a diversified investment portfolio with at least 40% of the asset is into high quality bond. And the third point is about whenever your investment hits certain point, say for example 5% return or 6% return, you will take the return and park into something cash equivalent or bond for a profit taking purpose. The benefit of this strategy is that you can capitalize on market growth, and at the same time you still have cash and liquidity for your crisis buying opportunity. So you can do shopping when the crisis happens and when the investment is at a very low price. So if you want to grow your money with high certainty, don't be over conservative and don't be over aggressive. The idea is to always stay in the middle path. In this section, I will answer the questions that I received from the viewers like you. So now I have a question from Ken. He is from Startup. His questions goes like this. I enjoy watching your show every Saturday. I have learned some useful tips so far. Now I have a question to ask. Should I buy or rent given the price of properties is so unaffordable now? If not now, then when? Okay, now you see, over past 5 years, property prices have gone up a lot. Okay, without extra financial help, say from parents, it's very difficult for young family to buy a new property. So when you can't afford to buy the property now, I would only suggest that you can rent the property first, rent the house first. Okay, but I would suggest that you don't go and rent an expensive house and pay too much on the rent. The idea is to save the money so that you can afford to accumulate down payment money for your property purchase next time. Now, so then if you don't buy, what you want to do now is to wait for the opportunity to buy the property. So maybe 2 scenarios may happen. Number 1, property prices may drop later, or then you can buy. And second situation could be your income then eventually increases, then you have actually more income to afford to buy a property. So given an opportunity, given a choice, buying a property is always a better option, because instead of paying rent to somebody, you can use the rent money to pay your installment, and eventually you will own the property. To grow money with high certainty, someone like us must learn how to buy property, even that property buying is for our own stay. When we gain a property buying experience, we will be able to feel comfortable with buying property. Okay? Without such an experience of buying property, we would not have confidence to buy more properties for investment. But when that actually happens, we will be missing a major asset class in growing our money. If you want me to answer your most burning question about investing, about money, about personal finance, please feel free to email me your question or WhatsApp me your questions. Now, I have another question, and this question comes from Wayne Lee. He's from KL. He asks, Mr. Yap, I need your advice. My father has just passed away recently and left me 5.3 million asset. What should I do? Now, I must admit that it can be financially very exciting to receive such a big amount of asset. Okay? But I would suggest that Wayne, that you don't start jumping into spending on major items with this money. Especially and particularly, don't buy a big car, don't buy a big house for now. Don't try to increase the living standard for yourself and for your family for now. It's very important for you to do some planning, some preparation before you make any major financial decision. There are 3 key points that I intend to share with you here. Now, the first one is that I would suggest you to do a holistic financial plan for your latest financial situation. What you want to do is that you want to add in this new 5.3 million amount of asset into your current existing asset that you have. And you want to see how does that improve your financial position. What you want to see is that how this additional money can help you in your retirement planning. How many years earlier can you retire, and how much money more can you spend in your retirement years. Okay? You also want to see how this new money can help you in your children's tertiary education. Okay? Can you now afford to send them to overseas for their tertiary education, or can you afford now to send them to private school? Okay? You also want to see that how much you can spend more now, to have a better living standard for yourself and your family. Okay? So these are all the benefit of doing a holistic financial plan. The second key point that I want to share with you is about strategic asset allocation. Now, what you need to do is to incorporate this 5.3 million that you have into the existing strategic asset allocation and adjust the amount that you should invest for each of the asset classes. With this new money, you'll be able to explore new investment asset class that you cannot afford to explore before this. Okay? Say for example, now you can actually afford to invest into foreign equities, you can afford to invest into foreign properties. Okay? By doing so, you'll be able to tap into new return opportunity. Okay? Now, the third key point I want to share is about updating your will. Now, with the new asset that you have, you may want to make sure that whether you want to create a trust, whether it's a testamentary trust or a living trust, to protect your minor children. Now, why do I say so? With the new additional asset, it's very important for you to consider whether instead of giving the asset to the minor children just one go, you may want to consider to stagger the distribution to them so that they will receive some of this asset when they are more mature financially. So for us, if you want to grow money with high certainty, it's very important for us not to rush into any major decision. It's very important for us to plan before we act. Thank you so much for watching. If you wish to learn more about how to grow money with high certainty, please visit my website. Now, if you find this video to be useful, please like, comment, and share. Have a great day. Hey there, if you like my video, please remember to subscribe to my channel.